Hi, Riley. Why are you talking to yourself, bro? Well, it's because the Anime Dudes and Dads podcast is on, and I talk to myself often. But a better company than myself is my main man and my co-host, and the Godfather. He was a co-star of Godfather, Marlon Brando, in the show Godfather, and the Godfather to my children, Bjorvio.
Hi, everyone. What he also forgot to mention is I am the godfather to his second-born goat.
Yeah.
You can't forget that one.
No, no, you
His
can't.
name is Smelly.
Yeah, you shouldn't. You shouldn't forget that at all. For the newbies, this is a podcast. Sorry, this is a podcast. It's a podcast that we like to talk about things about anime, and it's fun and it's exciting and it's cool. And welcome to the show. The oldies again, welcome. Great to have you here, and keep listening if you dare. We'll start as always with our improv questions and our improv answers. I'll start with two to be Orvio, and then he'll pump back to me. And I sound like I'm rapping because I am. Bjorvio, are you happy with all that?
Waka waka.
Kawaka. Let's pretend a Smurf attacked your village. Okay, you're in a demon slayer. You're in Tanjiro's little village, and a Smurf attacks it. Okay, what is the Smurf's weakness, and how do you die?
All right, so a Smurf's weakness is charcoal because essentially what it does is it cleans out all their pores, and when all their pores are cleaned out, essentially it just lets oxygen get flows into their skin, and then they basically like explode from having too much oxygen, react to the chemicals inside their body naturally. So the reason I die is because the Komodo family, other than Tanjiro, is apparently very, very selfish when it comes to their charcoal. So even though Tanjiro's the voice of, I really think we should give it to him, the rest of his family's like, ew, no, he's annoying. And so I die from the Smurf because they won't share their charcoal with me.
You sound like Adam Sandler.
Oh my gosh, I kind of did. I see it. I hear it now.
um, all right, that was very good. Very good option. Can you guess also when this particular Smurf was made? What year?
Mm, I'm gonna guess 2021.
1975.
1975, really.
Yeah, pretty cool, hey?
Very cool. To those listening, I wasn't born yet.
To those, yeah, to those listening, I wasn't either. 1975 would make you, if you were 1975, you'd make you 76 today, which is crazy. Um,
So for those born in 1975, today, happy 76th birthday.
uh, my second question for you, if in a world where there is no bums, what will replace the bums? Okay, and and what anime character would be the protagonist from another anime that gets drawn into this world with no bums?
Okay. All right. So here's the thing. The thing that's going to replace bums are ears because they feel kind of cozy, you know what I mean? And the person that's going to replace the anime character that's going to help start this process, believe it or not, is Luffy. If there's one thing that he might be able to get across, it's body stretches and manipulating your own body. I'm sure Luffy could stretch his ear out quite far. So I
True.
think Luffy being able to kind of lead the charge on this, I mean, that would be my answer. Do you have anyone? Does anyone else immediately pop in your head?
Is there an anime character? That's really, really good. Is there an anime character that can do like some transfiguration that can change an ear, like swap body parts around or something like that? Uh,
Absolutely, but human transmutation is strictly forbidden.
yeah, no, I know. You tell me every day. You tell me every day, every time I try to do it, I'm like, oh, just about a human transmutate, and you just shut me down. Shut
Bro, you gotta leave mom alone. That's all I'm saying.
All right, what are your two improv questions for me?
All right, so you picked a prop. I'm gonna pick a prop. Hang on, hang on.
A prop in
I actually
rugby
don't know what this
is
is.
number one. Oh yeah.
Oh, perfect. It's a little keychain All Might that I've never opened up, from his Silver Age costume. So, um, as you know, silver is a very expensive metal. It's very precious. So, what anime character is most likely to eat silver?
Um, it would have to be someone like I'm gonna say Balma because she just likes anything precious and special, and I'm sure she'd eat it to um she'd find a way to make it work for herself. She'd probably uh inject this particular form of silver into, inject some things in there, and then she'd, you know, ingest it, and it would turn her skin all shiny or something like that. Again, disclaimer: this is not medical advice. It's just a podcast. You can't actually do that.
Yeah, please don't ever do that. That would be terrible.
Well, if you
It
have
would
that much
not end
silver,
well.
if you have that much silver, to send it to us. We'll give you a PO box 519624. Um, yeah. All right, that was a good first question, and I want silver now. I'm hungry.
All right. Good to know. All right, my second one is you you decide to go for a walk one day and you end up getting teleported into a different universe where they're like, "You're the hero, you need to save us." And you're like, "Okay." And you train up all these magical powers and you get a sword and you are the chosen one and you go out to fight this thing and it's an anime character that you take one look at them and go, I could probably take them, but I really don't want to try. Who
Okay.
is the anime character you have to face down?
Oh my word. Um, um, it would probably be. No, he'd still beat me. He'd still beat me. It would probably be the announcer from Dragon Ball. Okay. He's obviously in the profession because he knows some stuff. All right, but he's not strong enough
Mm-hmm.
to fight, so he'd still kick my butt, I think. But he's one that I might have a chance, a chance to defeat.
All right, all right. I can get behind that. Plus, I mean, he does seem like he's able to somewhat keep up with the speed of the Z fighters. So I'm like, it's like the only human able to do that. Even Hercule can't do that.
That's true. That's true. But don't talk about Hercule negatively, okay? I told you that as well. When you said the human transmutate thing, I said, don't talk about Hercule. I told you every single day, Bjorvio.
I know, man. I'm sorry. Sometimes it just comes out when, you know what? No, I'm gonna be the bigger person. I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna move on. You know,
Uh,
I'm gonna take this opportunity to grow.
and improve,
You
yeah.
know? Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well,
Hashtag Majin Buu save the universe. Ah, dang it! I tried.
oh no. Okay, I'm gonna be live streaming my human transmutation after this episode.
Ah, man.
Um, all right, we got some really cool thing to talk about today, and we're quite pumped and excited about it. Bjorvi, could you introduce what we're talking about and why we're talking about it and who we're talking about it to?
Absolutely. So we're going to be talking about anime characters that have real jobs, or at least they get transported in our world. They have to get a real job. Who would thrive? Who would be awful? Why are we talking about this? Well, I'm not saying that this is gonna happen,
Hmm.
but there's not a 0% chance it's gonna happen.
I'm
So
I'm
we
not.
got to prepare for the inevitability that this could happen. And who needs to
Yeah.
hear this? Who needs to hear this? You do,
Hmm.
because you are an informed consumer.
Hmm.
So therefore, we want you to be an informed consumer. We want you to learn something. And when this happens, if one of these people come to your job, you're like, you know what? maybe I don't want to work with this person. Who are those people? You'll find out in the next few minutes, won't you?
Very, very true. Very true, and very eloquently said as well. Now, there are anime characters that would do really, really bad in everyday jobs, and maybe
Yep.
we can start there. I mean, there are probably more who would do worse than good in
Oh
anime.
yeah, I had so much of an easier time thinking of bad characters than good ones.
Heck
Absolutely.
yeah. I mean, there are so many negative ones. What's one on your list?
Okay, so I'm gonna start off with Demon Slayer, and I'm gonna go with the Wind Hashira Sanemi Shinasagawa because his whole thing is he's just a jerk.
Shino
And
Sagawa. Who's that again?
the Wind Hashira,
Oh,
um,
yes.
Genya's older brother. So yeah, he's just kind of a jerk, you know.
Mm,
And I don't see him having good customer service skills. I mean, he literally impaled Nezuko,
mm.
and he's covered in like he has all these scars, which I don't know. Like if he's trying to work at somebody at some place like Kohl's, that I don't know how well that's going to work with, especially considering like a lot of them are self-inflicted, I think. So
I think you're right. I think he's the type of employee to take a sick day and not call in to tell you that he's taking a sick day. Or he's a coworker who pranks you by impaling you.
yeah, exactly. Like, or his whole thing. You know what? Nope, that's spoilers for the manga. I can't say that. But like, also he's really fast. He's really strong too, which is great. He'd be good at like he would be good at certain
Hmm.
things, but his attitude really holds him back.
Mm.
And but like, could you imagine him being a like a lifeguard or something like that? And he's like, "Oh, hang on, wind breathing, fourth form, whoosh," and he like gets like makes a whirlpool and then he just gets the kid out or whatever. Like that'd be kind of cool. But also, how many people did he just endanger to get that kid? You know what I mean?
Yeah, very true. Very true. And he wouldn't care. He wouldn't care that he endangered them.
No, no.
Mm. Uh, one that's on my list that will be quite bad at a normal job is Ash Ketchum.
Dude, he's on my list.
Is
I'm
he?
not even kidding. Yes.
Yes. My goodness. We just think about the same.
Parts of a sandwich.
Yeah, we do. We do. The back part, the front part, the middle part. Um, and Ashka, I mean, he is. I remember when he first started his Pokemon journey. This man is passionate about Pokemon, catching things. Um, and yet he only caught like one Krabby for ages while the other ones were smashing out the results. You know what I mean? Um, he's too driven by emotion, not enough logic, and that will help
Yeah.
as a Pokemon trainer, but not necessarily as an employee at Barnes and Noble. He would not be able to make a Chick-fil-A sandwich. I just think he can't even pack his own underpants. How would he pack? I got my girls, made them laugh. Yes. How would he even pack?
Like a
You
like an Amazon shopping box or something.
correct. It would not be possible. Why was he on your list?
Kind of the same thing. I mean, like especially early Ash Ketchum just runs off so much emotion, And so I think he just doesn't have a good skill set and like he gets annoyed and fed up with things kind of easily.
Hmm.
And then also he like you said he wants to be a Pokemon master. Like he wants to collect all the Pokemon, but he doesn't collect all the Pokemon. The
Mm-mm.
most thing he does in like the Indigo League is he catches 67 or 76 or something like that number of Tauros, but like he lets Haunter go, he lets Butterfree go, he lets
Yeah,
Pidgeot go. I'm
yeah.
like, dude, why? Like, I understand like you form a connection with these guys, and yeah, would I've done the same thing quite possibly,
Hmm.
but also like I would have caught another Pidgeot or something, or Like, if that's your goal, you're not doing a very good job of achieving your goal. And he
No.
also cheats. Let's be real. Every once in a while, like, he used the sprinkler systems in the rock gym to shock Onyx. Like, that's just cheating. I'm sorry, it is.
Okay, what we saying here? We hate Ash Ketchum. No, we don't. But
I
he
love Ash
wouldn't
Ketchum.
work.
He's just a cheater.
Yeah, he just wouldn't work well in the real world environment. Can I do another one? Then you go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
My next one, it's one that I've only been watching recently because my girls have been watching it, and it's Sailor Moon. I'm not sure if you've seen any of it,
Yeah, I've seen some of it. Yeah,
but
I don't
she
hate that idea.
sleeps so much. Um, she's never on time. In the main opener of it, she's late. She cries constantly, which means she'll be emotional at the workplace, which is fine, but she wouldn't get anything done. She hates academics. I think she'd do well maybe in a job where she'd probably do well in like a fashion based environment. She does like fashion. It seems to be, but with the tardiness, with the sleeping in, and I just don't think it would be the right fit. So you're fired. You're fired, Sailor Moon.
Right. All right. I can get behind that. I can get behind that. Um, so I'm gonna go with a little bit of a controversial one on this. Just I don't like this person's great in their world. Okay, absolutely stellar, fantastic. And that person is Satoru Gojo. But the problem is you
Hmm.
Gojo has the limitless, he's got the six eyes, he's a very powerful sorcerer, he comes from a great family. You put him in the real world, I just think he's gonna be kind of lazy. Like he I just don't see him getting a lot of stuff done. Like you put Gojo as an accountant, and I'm sorry, your taxes aren't getting done on time. They're just not.
Bro, that is actually a really, really good one because his insubordination is terrible as well. He's like, I'll do what I want, and if you try to stop me, I'll take you down. Imagine if you were his
Yeah,
boss.
exactly. And the thing is, it's like what you really can't do anything to him. He just kind of goes with the flow and does what he wants when he wants to do it. I'm like, I'm sorry, but like if you like there's not a lot of professions that Gojo's mentality would be that great at in the real world. I'm sorry, it's just not. I love Gojo, but I
Uh-huh.
wouldn't hire Gojo.
No, no, that's a good point. I mean, he takes things seriously but no, yeah, just as a boss, you'd be terrified by
Do
by
you want him
by the
performing open
prospect.
heart surgery? Because I don't.
It would be over pretty fast.
Yeah.
But no, that's a good option. Um, should we talk about some good people?
I have by default one good to talk about that'll also lead to one bad, but then
Give
the
it to
rest
me.
are good from here. Okay. So good. Gohan. Gohan's been
Oh.
preparing to be a good employee his entire life. Like
Hmm.
between Chi-Chi and he's been around Mr. Piccolo, he's been around Krillin, he's gone to Namek and had to learn to stand on his own and fight against people that are stronger and taller and bigger than him. He saved the world by like 12 and he can stay cool under pressure.
Mm.
He's got a lot of smarts. He's great. I think Gohan would be a fantastic employee. On the flip side, his
Goku?
brother would
Oh
be a
no.
terrible employee. Goku would too, but no, I'm gonna say his brother. I mean, it seems like Chi Chi poured all of her affection into Gohan when it came
Mm.
to like getting smart and everything. We never see Goten, doing that same kind of thing that Gohan had to, and we see a little bit of Goten in Super. No, I'm good. I
Mm.
know he's still a kid, but I'm good. Or even GT. Like, I wouldn't hire him. You know what I mean? Like, he's just kind of a unmotivated goofball. And I,
He's
I
like his
love
dad.
goofballs, but yeah, he's very much like his dad in that regard. Well, Gohan took a little bit more from his mom with being able to apply himself. And so, I don't know. Like, I would definitely hire Gohan, but if he's like, hey, can I bring my brother? I'd probably still hire Gohan because he's going to be a really good employee, but I don't know. He'd move up the company ladder a lot faster than Goten would.
He'd keep Goten in line, I'm sure. But that's a good combination. I like that you did that combo. That works really, really well. Two people that I think would be amazing, really, really good, in the Korean market because we've seen them in the market currently in their particular world. They're good business people. They're smart. They work the system well. They'll have their own business and they'll be probably millionaires very, very quickly. It's Sun Jing Woo and Choi Hin Ying from Solo Leveling.
That's a good one. Yeah, I
Y-
like it.
they've got their own guild, and they're absolutely they work very, very smart together, very hard together. They make smart decisions and smart business decisions as well, not led by emotion. So I would hire them in an instant, but they wouldn't want to be hired. I think they'll be just a business entrepreneur in our world as well, and do really, really well in the dungeons of New
Yeah.
York City.
I mean, have you ever seen the sewers down there? They come up with Ninja Turtles and stuff, man.
But yeah, that's why they're on my list. I haven't seen that anime in a while, but I absolutely loved it when I saw it. Is it the new movie coming out? Hey.
Yeah, I want to say in the next couple of weeks or so.
Yeah,
So that'll be good.
I'm
Um,
pretty pumped.
well, I like your idea of duos, so I'm gonna go with the caveat being, I feel like these two would work really well if they're hired together. I I think one would do a really good job if hired by themselves, and the other one wouldn't. But I think by hiring both of them, it makes them both better. And that is Deku and Kachan. And I hear what you're saying.
Mm.
Really? Bakugo? Hear me out. When they were under house arrest in season 3 and had to take care of all the trash, him and Deku worked together very, very well and did like Bakugo did what he had to do, okay? Like,
Mm.
and because Deku was also doing it, it kind of pushed him to try harder, and they both did a good job. They're used to working together. They do have remarkable teamwork, and in many times they don't even need to say out loud what their plan is. It's like, okay, okay, I can get behind that. So while Deku would definitely easily be the better of the two to hire, if you hire both of them, you're gonna get a lot of stuff done than if you would have just hired Deku.
Completely true. Even, I mean, last week we spoke about rivals, and because they've got that rivalry and connection, they'll push each other to be better and better and better. And Employer of the Month will be Deku Kachan, Deku Kachan. So I like that one. That was really
Absolutely.
good. I've got one final good hire. Um, and this one just comes down to pure skill. Skill, determination, not determination, skill, patience, and he would do so well in our world. It's Lloyd Forger.
Absolutely, Lloyd Forger. Yes.
I mean,
120,000% yes.
professional, works himself to the bone. Um, yeah, never stops till he gets the job done. He is just professionalism to the T. I think any industry you chuck him in, if whether it's fast food or Wall Street, he would do very, very well.
Not to mention all the skills he already has. He's an ace pilot. He's worked at a
Mm.
three-star restaurant. He's a professional tennis player. He got a hole in one in an 18 hole mini golf
Hmm.
course.
Hmm.
I mean, Lloyd Forger has so many skills already, or he can read a freaking book just by okay, I'm done, and memorizes it. He memorized like what 400 something seal name or penguin names in like what 30 seconds.
Yeah, I can only do it in 40, so yeah, that's pretty crazy.
So yeah, I completely agree. Like there's not much Lloyd would be bad at. Maybe at no, even fashion. He'd be good at
Yeah.
he has to be because he can pull off any disguise.
Yeah, he's blimmin' good at that. I've got a good idea for our improv that relates to this. If you've got no one else, have you got another person?
I got one, but I can make it really quick.
Give it
And
to me.
that is Kenshin Himura from Rurouni Kenshin.
Yes.
Because number one, he's just got a really good attitude. Like he's calm, but he gets things done when his mind is set on something. He does it, and he does it with a smile. Like put Kenshin in a customer service desk, and he's gonna thrive. But also he'd be a really good therapist. Obviously, he'd be a really good swordsmanship teacher. But like, there's not a lot of things that Kenshin is inherently bad at. But even if like he's willing to recognize his weakness and work past it, so I would definitely say Kenshin Himura, 100%. I would hire him.
Yeah, I don't know that anime that well, but you've spoken highly of it, so I trust your judgment. That makes a lot of sense. So the improv we're talking about, I'm gonna say a profession, and you say the first anime character that comes to your mind that you think will be good with that profession,
Okay.
and then we swap it the other way around. You say profession, I
It,
say the first anime that comes to
I'm
anime.
assuming Lloyd Forger is just completely off the table.
Yes, he's off. He's off. Um, if you're like me, most anime characters will leave your mind as soon as I say profession, but let's give it a go. All right.
Okay.
Pilot.
Literally the first one I thought of was your Forger or Lloyd Forger.
Not
Um,
your.
yeah, not definitely not your. Oh my gosh, I don't. Actually, have we ever seen your drive anything? I think like Lloyd's always the one driving.
She
I don't know.
just,
We've seen your kick a bunch of cars.
yeah, she'd kick an airplane.
That's true. I'm gonna say Mirio Togata.
Great one. Great one. What if he sneezes and accidentally activates his quirk?
That's why you have a co-pilot.
Um, okay, well, give me, give me one. Give me one.
All right. Domino's Pizza Maker.
Oh my word. I think Saitama would be good at that. I think Saitama would be good at that.
Ooh,
You know,
yeah, I could see that.
he's chilled. He's laid back. He'd make a good pizza. He'd eat a heck of a lot of pizza. Um, and yeah, he'd do well. He'd do well. All right. My next option is um, it's gonna be brain surgeon.
Oh gosh. Well, I gotta go with the first one that popped in my head, and I'm sorry because this one isn't good, but he could be in later seasons, and that's Tomura Shigaraki.
True. Later seasons, he could just disintegrate
Yeah,
and
not
be.
not first season, but yeah, that was the first one that popped in my head. I was like, well, you said I gotta go with the first one. I'll go with the first thing that popped in my head. It was Shigaraki.
Okay.
I don't know how much with that I actually agree with, but
All right, give me one.
lifeguard.
Um, Froppy.
Oh yeah, yeah, for
Yeah,
sure. That's good.
she'd do amazing. She'd do amazing, you know. She'd save everyone and every single person. All right, let's do one more each. Okay. Um, professional scuba diver.
Uh oh man, that's hard. Oh, that's not an anime. That's a cartoon. I was gonna say someone from Avatar: The Last Airbender. I was like, no, no. Technically, that's not an anime.
Oh,
Um, why am I struggling so much to think of anyone for this?
bro, I'm the
Oh,
same.
oh, Inosuke.
Inosuke. Okay. Yeah. He's always shirtless, so at least he'll be ready for it all the time.
Yeah, and number two, it would probably help him smell better consistently. But three, I could see Inosuke like putting on this mask and just like I'm gonna go as deep as I can. I'm gonna find all the stuff under there. Look at all these fishes and stuff. I'm gonna eat them all later.
That's true. All right, give me a final one.
I'm gonna go with someone that works in the county tax office.
Hmm. Again, a bad one, I think, for this. Aaron Yeager.
No, but that kind of fits though. I was thinking Sukuna, so we're on the right track.
We definitely are. Oh, we didn't say any Dr. Stone people. That would have been good for, most things as well.
Oh,
Um,
that's true. At least Senku.
all right. Give me, give me Deku as a pilot.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. This is your captain, Izuku speaking. I just wanted to say that our flight time today is going to be about 2.5 hours. We're going to be experiencing rough winds, probably about the next hour and a half. But don't worry, we'll be avoiding those. There'll be a tailwind about in the next hour and a half. But there'll also be free drinks and free peanuts on courtesy of your flight attendants. If you have any questions, please raise your button. And then one of our flight
Where's your
attendants will
button?
happily go and assist you.
Very good.
Plus
Very good.
Ultra.
All right. Give me All Might as the driving instructor.
All right, you bunch of newbies. You're going to need to put your seatbelt on first. Because any good hero does not want to go flying through the windshield, am I right? Next, All right, you're going to want to put it in gear. No, stop! That's reverse! Okay, someone call Aizawa. He's the insurance agent.
That's great. Give me Trunks as a chef.
All right, so I heard that we need to make this quickly, so I'm gonna cut it up real quick. Burning attack! Ah, dang it! I think I did it a little too much. That's okay. I'll just use the time machine to go back and do it again.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And final one, give me Shigaraki as a garbage cleaner, a garbage disposal person.
Ah, frick. When I touched the bag, it all decided to fall out all over the place. Does anyone have a broom or something? Oh, look, the guy down there got one. Oh, now I just destroyed the broom, too. You know what? Why am I collecting all the garbage? I could just decay it all. Oh my goodness, that just saved me so much time. I need to ride back and tell everyone. Ah, dang it, I decayed the truck.
That's actually such a good idea. He'd do so well in that job.
Don't know why I didn't think of that till right then.
I know. That makes so much sense. All right, well, take us home with the voice of his choice.
All right. Hello, and welcome to the Demon Slayer podcast. My name is Inosuke Hashibira, and I'm the new co-host of the Demon Slayer podcast. And by Demon Slaying, I mean I'm closing out the last one because the Anime Dad podcast is over. You don't need to listen to that anymore. So, but they said to come back next week because they got another really fun episode that you're not gonna want to miss at all. Anyway, on to the Demon Slayer podcast. So have you ever heard about getting blades that are serrated instead of sharp? What? Hold on. Getting a message from the back. What do you mean I gotta close out the anime dudes and dads? Okay, whatever. What's that thing I always say? No, it's what they always say. Right. Okay, hang on. I got it. Go beyond.
And
Plus
plus
Ultra.
Ultra.
Now, anyway.